David Smith here with one more flipped classroom math video lesson. 3 tips before we start. First, remember you can adjust the playback speed to make it faster or slower as you like. Second, you can pause the video at any point to catch up on your notes or jot down some questions. Third, you can turn on the captions so you can read my words on the screen. Today's topic, more problem solving with Venn diagrams and sets. So we're going to move into a few more difficult problems, particularly with how to fill in the numbers in the Venn diagram. So let's get started. So this situation is a class. We've got 40 students total. Now we have 23 of those students have dark hair, 18 of those students have brown eyes. I've abbreviated DH for dark hair, BE for brown eyes. And then finally, 26 have dark hair, brown eyes, or both. Okay? So ultimately, we're going to answer some questions about this situation. But to do that, we're going to need to populate our Venn diagram. Now, the first step is to look at these numbers and see which ones you can put directly on the Venn diagram and then go from there. So 40 students total, that's right down here. That's our universal set. That's 40. That's cool. I like that. Now, is there anything else that I can put directly on here? These two I can't. This is these two. 23 is dark hair and 18 is brown eyes. So that means 23 is in this circle and 18 is in that circle. But since there's an intersection, we can't put these numbers directly on there. Okay? Now, 26 have dark hair, brown eyes, or both. That we can't put on there either. There's no place, there's no one region that covers all of these. So we're going to have to use a little bit of an algebra trick to populate our Venn diagram. And so what I do is write little letters here, A, B, and C. So I've labeled the regions. And that's going to allow us to use some algebra to figure this out. So check this out. We know that 26 have dark hair, brown eyes, or both. So that's this, which is the dark hair, this is the both, and that's the brown eyes. So we can write A plus B plus C equals 26. So that's the total in all those 3 regions add up to 26. But now we also know that since dark hair is 23, A plus B equals 23. So A plus B equals 23. So if A plus B plus C is 26, it's 3 more than just A plus B, then that tells us that C equals 3. And that's our key to getting into this Venn diagram. So let's write that here. We know C is 3. Now we can work this way across the Venn. Brown eyes is 18. So if I have 3 in this area, that means I have to have 15 right there, because that makes the brown eye circle total to 18. Now we can use that same reasoning to figure out the rest of the dark hair circle. We have 23 total in the whole circle. 15 are already there, so that leaves 8 for there. Now we have one more number to put on the Venn diagram. Pause the video if you don't immediately see and think hard about that. Okay, you probably got it right. We need to know about the people that have none of these characteristics. Obviously, there's probably at least one blonde person with blue eyes. They wouldn't fit in any of these categories, so they'd be in the total that's outside of those 2 circles. So what we have to do is we have to subtract all 3 of these from 40. Now we know that all 3 of those is 26. That's the people that have dark hair, brown eyes, or both. So that's all 3 of those numbers. That's 26. So 40 from 26 from 40 leaves 14. So there are 14 people that have neither. Okay, I've put 3 questions up here. And we're going to do this in 2 steps. We're going to take the user-friendly words and we're going to convert them into notation. And then we're going to answer that question with a number drawn from the Venn diagram. Okay? So at any point you can pause the video and see if you can do these yourself, including right now. What's the notation for dark hair and brown eyes? Okay, if you realize that this is an and, this would be just a union. Nope, that's wrong. So if you look at this, the people that are in this group have to have both characteristics to be counted. So that's an intersection. So the way we write that would be the intersection of DH and BE. Okay? So intersection of dark hair and brown eyes, and we can pull that right off the Venn diagram. That's 15 people. Okay? Now, it's easy when you have the words. If you have the notation, that's a little bit more challenging, which is why I keep going back and forth between words and notation, just to make sure you get that practice. Okay, let's try the next one. See if you can write that in notation. Okay, this is neither dark hair or brown eyes, so nobody in the circle. Okay, so this one is a little bit complicated. It's the number of the complement of DH intersected with the complement of BE. And what this means, these are all the people that are not in dark hair. So everybody outside the dark hair circle. There are some brown-eyed people in the complement of dark hair. But we can't have that because this is neither DH or BE. So we have to intersect this complement with the complement of brown eyes. So these are all the people that don't have brown eyes. So the neither is drawn right from here. This number, they're not inside the circles. There's 14 people with neither of these characteristics, so that's 14. Okay, so pause the video and see if you can answer this one. Dark hair, but not brown eyes. First, do your notation, and then see if you can read it off the diagram. Okay, so this one's a little bit more confusing, but we can take it step by step. The number of people in dark hair, but not brown eyes. Now the trick is, do you put intersection or union there? Well, this is not an or situation. This is and. This is dark hair and not brown eyes. So and is intersection. So that would be that. So this is the intersection. Everybody who has dark hair but not brown eyes. And if you look at the diagram, that comes right from here. It's in the dark hair circle, but not in the intersection because these people do have brown eyes. So it's just these 8, and so that's what we put there. Now that you've watched the video, take a moment to jot down any additional notes, some questions, or a quick summary of the lesson. You can also re-watch the portions of the video that were a little bit challenging for you. If you enjoyed the video, please click like, and if you'd like to help me grow my YouTube channel, please click subscribe.